Yeah, speaking is the most important communicative skills, as you know. All the listening, speaking, writing, reading, LSRW, all these four skills are important. In that, speaking is the most important skill which gives you that confidence or which enhances your communication skill to the most. Okay, so unless and until you are not speaking, there is no point in saying that I know English. Okay, I know English very well. I'm studying English for the past 10, 12 years, and I know all the alphabets. I know all the rules of grammar. I know all the information you need to have regarding English. But can you speak English? No, I'm not very confident in speaking English. ऐसे बोलते हैं तो the whole point of learning English over these years is a waste. Okay, so English is not just about knowing about it, studying in an English medium. Whatever you have in papers or whatever experience or history you have with English doesn't matter unless and until you are unable to speak in English. All right. So speaking English is very important, and especially you're in a country like India where English is the official language, accepted as the official language. So wherever you go after this, whichever job or whichever situation or position you are in, English or speaking English is very important. The remaining skill depends on which sector you've been placed into. The importance of writing, importance of listening. Listening is also equally important as speaking, and importance of reading. If you are into journalism or something, your skills for writing should be excellent. Okay, your skills for reading should be excellent. But if you're not into journalism, if you're not into such a core domain, then your speaking and listening can be in a moderately higher level than your writing. Okay, so it depends on the job you are selecting. You all are in defense, so comprehension is very, very, very important. Understanding things in English and able to present things in English. So it involves speaking. So it is very important. So don't think that you can skip English part and I'm good in all the other things, other points. So even if my language is not that great, chalega. No, no, you have to be a good communicator. So you need to work on that. So let's see the general things and let's get into activity. It's more of an activity class. You need to work on it. As you said, I speak for 45 minutes and you listen like this, your English is not going to improve. Together, we are going to work it out. So, first, let me give some introduction and let's get into the speaking activity. So, over to the screen sharing. Okay, can you all see the screen?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, very good. Okay, so speaking is, as I told you, the most important communication skill. The different types of speaking involves किधर किधर आपको speak करना पड़ेगा. What are the important areas or how all are you going to use the speaking skill, okay, in your conversation and your discussion. आप सोचो एक बारे में एक बात में discussion हुआ. Okay, you were asked to be a part of a discussion. You have excellent ideas. You know the solution to the most of the problems there, but you don't know how to put it forward. You don't know how to put it in English or how you don't know how to make it in words and sentence. So how much ever good idea you have in your brain, unless and until you cannot discuss it, your idea will not make a place. Okay, so discussion में important है, conversations frame करना है बहुत important, दूसरों को बात करने में आना है English. Then description, describe about something. For example, the other day, that is what we were doing. I just asked you to describe about your hometown, right? So in that case, description mein English speaking is very important. Memorize speech. Sometimes speech, if you were asked to deliver a speech, speaking skills are shown there as well. Then oral reports, when you are asked to present a report, okay, you attended certain program, you have to give a report on it, go and report it to the officer, go and report it to your manager. So your speaking skill has to be excellent in order for you to speak it out as a report in a very meticulous way. Then the next area is your interviews, the most critical area. Your interviews, if you want to impress your interviewer, your speaking skills has to be excellent. The next point is your presentation. If you want to give a presentation, sometimes in an oral presentation or in a PowerPoint presentation, the way you present a factor or a problem or something that you are assigned to, if you want to present it efficiently, you need to have good speaking skills. So I want you to quickly write it down. It's not just a main thing, but it's an introduction. So after you're writing speaking skills, putting today's date, I want all of you to write it, make a note of it fast. Can you do that? Are you listening? Hello.
Yes, ma'am.
Mm,
Yes, ma'am.
yes. Let me know once you finish writing, okay?
Done, ma'am.
Okay, very good.
Yes, ma'am. Done.
Done. Done, ma'am.
Okay, now the next slide is about while you speak. आप बात करने के समय और आप speak करने के समय, what are the different things that you need to notice or different things that you need to be careful about? First thing is your style in speaking. Okay, what do you mean by style in speaking? The style includes the pronunciation, which is connected to the phonetics. I'll come into that. Then your accent and your intonation. Pronunciation, maybe most of you know that pronunciation means the way in which a word should be pronounced is known as pronunciation. The way in which a word in English should be pronounced, that is known as pronunciation. So, how you should pronounce the letter A, how you should pronounce the letter I, how you should pronounce the letter R, how you should pronounce letter E. Everything has got the way in which it has to be pronounced. That representation in detail is known as phonetics. I don't know. I'll get a chance to teach you phonetics and all, but at least I'm not going into that deep. What we are going to do is I'm not going to teach you everything in theory and then asking you to speak. No, 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 no. That is not 21st century teaching. What I'm going to do is whatever you have, let me first hear it and I'll start working with it. Okay. आपका क्या लेवल है इंग्लिश में, आप क्या लेवल है प्रोनाउंसिएशन में, स्पीकिंग में, वो पहले आई विल अंडरस्टैंड इट, then I will work upon it, correcting it. All right. So pronunciation is that. Now accent, especially for English, there are 4 to 5 main accents in English. One is British accent. The original accent in English is the British accent. British or the UK. Now it is in UK. So these people, India was ruled by British people. That is why India has become a lingua franca. Lingua franca means once occupied by the British, later on English has become the dominant language. Such regions are known as lingua franca regions. So हमारा country भी एक lingua franca region है. So all the British English is supposed to the English that we need to be followed. Then comes the most popular accent in English, that is American English. Okay. So American English is the most widely popular because Google, Facebook, all these things follow American English or a mix of British and American English. For example, the spellings that we write, COLOUR is the real spelling of color. But if you write COLOR, even the Microsoft Word will accept this as COLOR is the correct sometimes. Because in America, the spelling, American English spelling is COLOR. And for example, the word schedule, CHEDULE. Okay, in British English, it is pronounced as schedule. Okay, but in American English, it is pronounced as schedule. Okay, so many words. But for me, I find British English harder. For me, American English is easier because we are more exposed to listening to American English, be it the movies, be it the documentaries, be it the people who speak. American English is easy to speak than British English. Okay, that is just a personal preference, and I was just explaining different accents: British English, American English, then is Australian, Canadian. These are the other two prominent, which is more or less a mix of this. British and American gives Australian, that's a separate accent. Canadian, more or less like very few differences from American accent. So these are the prominent different accents. And though we are supposed to follow India, since India has been occupied by the British colony, we are supposed to follow the British English. But इंडिया को खुद एक एक्सेंट है अभी Indian English, Maharashtrian English, South Indian accent, North Indian. So, according to the native language influence, we are speaking in our own style, so that becomes our accent. But we need to work on a universal standard, getting rid of our NLI. NLI means native language influence. So, native language influence ko hum thoda sa nikal ke. I'm not saying that everybody should speak like Americans. No, that's not the right way. Everybody should speak like Britishers. No, that's not the right way. You should reach a common forum in which this is the correct standard pronunciation of that word. वो standard pronunciation or accent में neutral accent बोलते हैं. Neither English nor British, a neutral accent. Everybody can understand your language. That is called a neutral accent. So that is what I'm trying to inculcate in you. I want you to be neutral accent speakers. I'm not demanding for an American accent or a British accent. Neutral accent speakers of good English. That is what we need to be focusing on. Now, accent means the way it has been said. Now, intonation means the voice modulation. For example, there is a sentence. Just imagine, Karo, the sentence I'm giving you is uh, the weather is so lovely. Okay, the weather is so lovely. This is the sentence I'm giving. Now, without any intonation, okay, let me ask you itself. It's good to hear you. So, the weather is so lovely. Ayush, just say that sentence. The weather is so lovely. Ayush, are you there in the class? Ayush, not there. Okay, Rishikesh Tupe, say the sentence, the weather is so lovely.
The weather is so lovely.
Okay. Now, Rameshwar, say.
Weather is so lovely.
Sai, could you please say that? I'm writing it in the chat so that if you didn't hear it, huh,
The
just say.
weather is so lovely.
Okay. Next, who want to try? Ari, can you please say that sentence? Ashutosh?
The weather is so lovely.
Okay. Now, now listen carefully, okay? Um, First of all, if you look at the pronunciation was okay for everyone. Weather also mostly correct. The word lovely, Sai said it as lovely. Ashutosh said it's almost like lovely, but Lovely is, listen carefully, it's lovely. Love. Okay, I'll switch on my video, otherwise you
Yes,
will.
ma'am.
Yeah. See, the way you should say lovely, it's not lovely. Lovely nahi hai, lovely. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
That verse shabd ana hai. Okay? It's lovely. V. Okay? You should not say lovely, lowly. They're all different. If it's love, it's love, love, then li. Okay? So practices. Now, that is regarding the pronunciation. Accent is neuter. The weather is so. If it's American accent, the weather is so lovely. That is how they'll speak. Okay, yeah. So we don't have to follow that accent. The weather is so lovely is Indian accent. Now I'm coming to the Tisra thing, intonation. Intonation is Indians, fail to say any intonation. Intonation is having some putting some expression into your sentence. Okay, we will say the weather is so lovely. The weather is so lovely. The weather is so lovely. इतना emotions इसमें जानते हैं. But if you ask a native speaker or somebody who speaks good English or communicates in English frequently, see, I can see the weather outside my window right now. It's so beautiful. It's neither hot, neither cold. It's kind of cloudy. So beautiful. Like it's going to be raining another sometime. So if I look through the window and I feel that the weather is so lovely, how would I say it? The weather is so lovely. Okay. So the word so has given some expression and my voice has modulated with weather is so lovely. इसमें accent correct है, pronunciation correct है, लेकिन intonation कुछ नहीं था. If I say the weather is so lovely, so the weather is so lovely, इसमें एक ही tone आया. Okay, but if I say the weather is so is I have made it little low. The weather is so again my tone has gone little up. Okay, some expressions were added and lovely was stressed. Okay, the weather is so lovely, isn't it? The weather is so lovely. Okay, and if you make that, you know, a regular response, the weather is so lovely. That so may thoda sa, like stress being given. So stressing and unstressing words by modulating your voice. Okay, stressing and unstressing plus giving modulation to your voice, all these comes in intonation. अभी समझ में आया what intonation is? So while speaking, what all you need to watch out? Accent. Accent is neutral accent, Indian accent. Okay, then pronunciation, weather, it's not weather. Ve nahi hai, wa. Okay, don't say weather. The weather is so lovely. No, it's not weather. इतना lovely नहीं हो जाएगा. Okay, so वे नहीं है. Try speaking at your own place. W कैसे pronounce करना है? wa. Okay, va nahi hai, wa. Okay, the weather. And THER में इतना stress नहीं करना है. Weather, weather नहीं बोलना है. So it has to be very soft over there. Weather. And last R and all should be really silent. Whether nahi aana hai, okay? So it has to be weather. We don't even know there is an R exist in that word. Okay? Weather. The weather is so lovely. Okay? So this is a decent pronunciation. You are saying the words in the right form. Accent is good. Intonation is also good. So that is how I want you to speak. The weather is so lovely. Okay? Now I'll ask the same people to speak again. Let me see how much improvement. Rishikesh, start.
The weather is so lovely.
Okay, you have stressed so much on weather. So the th में इतना weather त इतना नहीं आना है. थोड़ा सा soft करके बोलो weather.
The weather is so lovely.
Very good. Ramesha,
The weather is so lovely.
okay. Weather में कुछ problem है. और एक बार correct करो.
The weather is so lovely.
Very good. You know how beautiful you sound right now? You should be amazed if like, you should record your own voice and see the difference. Sai, try karo beta. Unmute karke, otherwise how will I hear?
The weather is so lovely.
हाँ, हमारे को lovely में कुछ बेटा love नहीं बोलना है.
Lovely.
Love. कैसे?
Lovely.
Love.
Lovely.
हाँ
Lovely.
हाँ, उधर थोड़ा
The
सा
weather
speed.
is so lovely.
हाँ, love में थोड़ा सा ये है that you have to practice. Lovely. The weather is so lovely. Okay, speed में बताओ. The weather is so lovely. बोलो मेरे साथ बोलो.
The weather is so lovely.
Very good. The weather is so lovely. Bolo.
The weather is so lovely.
Okay. Wow, you all sound so good. I feel so happy. You don't even sound like the way you sounded before. So that is how we're going to work on it. Every day you need to practice on such words, and I'm so sure that your accent will be different. Okay. So back to the screen sharing. Let's see what are the remaining things we need to see there. All right. Okay. So we have said pronunciation, accent के बारे में बोला, intonation के बारे में बोला. The next set, so style में इतना है. The speaking style involves these many things. Next, coming to the grammar. मेरा style बहुत अच्छा है, लेकिन मेरा grammar पूरा गड़बड़ है. Okay, even though I have so much of style, I am saying past tense के जगह पे present tense बोलते हैं, present tense के जगह में past tense बोलते हैं. So nobody will understand my speech, right? So for example, the weather is so lovely. I'm looking out the window and I'm seeing the weather. That is why I have used is. मतलब क्या है? अभी बाहर का weather बहुत अच्छा है. This is something which is happening in the present. But I'm opening the window and telling everyone, wow, the weather was so lovely. मेरा accent अच्छा है, style अच्छा है, लेकिन उसका grammar में मैंने was use किया. Okay, was use करते हैं तो उसका मीनिंग क्या है? Something which happened before. So people will be confused. अरे अभी विंडो खोल के weather was so lovely बोलते हैं तो ये क्या बोल रहे है ना? My accent is good, my intonation is good, my pronunciation is good, style सब अच्छा है, लेकिन grammar में मैंने गड़बड़ किया. Then that doesn't work. So you have to speak. I'm not saying that every grammar सबका सब ठीक हो जाएगा हमेशा. No, but especially tense and all, you have to be very careful where to use. Somebody has unmuted their mic, kindly mute it. Okay, so where you have to use present tense, past tense, these and all, we have to be very careful. So grammar, ग्रामर में कांस्टेंट एरर्स आता है, फ्रीक्वेंट एरर्स आता है, ओकेशनल एरर आता है. नाउ व्हाट डू यू मीन बाय कांस्टेंट एरर्स? Some people cannot change that error. Whatever they speak, that error will always be there. That is called constant error without a change. Frequent errors means some people will have अभी 3 सेंटेंस बोलते हैं तो 2 सेंटेंस में errors होता है. Frequently they will make errors. The other one is occasional errors means हमेशा नहीं है, कभी कभी, very occasionally they will have error. And who is this wonderful person who is not even muting his mic? Kavita? Okay. Um,
Ma'am, she was a ma'am teacher.
okay. Yeah, fine. All right. Let's continue. So this is one. Constant errors, frequent errors, and occasional errors. So like occasional errors are something that you are saying 5 sentences, for example, but you are making some 1 or 2 mistakes to the max. That is called occasional errors. So grammar mein occasional errors are allowed, but if you are a frequent error maker, your level has to go up to occasional error. Okay, that is what I'm saying. The next thing that you need to watch out while speaking is your vocabulary. Now, vocabulary mein kya hai? Vocabulary means knowing the right words. That is vocabulary. Some people have so much of idea inside of them, but they cannot express it because they don't know the right words. Okay, so having a good vocabulary in your mind, खुद आपके memory में एक dictionary होना है, and it should come very fast. That will happen only if you're exposed to the language. Your reading has to be increased, your listening has to be increased. You should read the newspaper, listen to the documentaries, and get exposed to English language more. Then only you will learn vocabulary. You have a good style, you have a good intonation, you have a good accent, but you don't know, or you don't have enough vocabulary saved in your memory or brain. What happens is your style will remain there. अगर words नहीं आते हैं तो style किधर use करेंगे? Okay, so it is very necessary to have vocabulary. Next is about fluency. Once the vocabulary is in place, once your basic grammar is in place, fluency will happen. But for fluency, the most important thing is start speaking it out. Even if you have errors, even if you have like less confidence, doesn't matter. You have to speak in order to work on your fluency. Okay, the final thing is comprehension. अब क्या बोलने वाला है उसके लिए एक आइडिया आपके अंदर होना है. I am going to talk, and the person listening to my talk should understand. Comprehension means to understand the fact or the gist of the things that you have spoken. Okay, so the other person should be able to understand what we are speaking. उनको समझने के लिए पहले हमारे अंदर एक समझना होना है ना? We should be knowing what we are going to speak. Unless and until we don't have a clear idea on what we are speaking, it will be like the speech of some politicians. They themselves don't know what they are speaking. You must have seen funny videos like that. Okay, आप खुद आपको समझ में आना है. Okay, this is what I want to communicate. Then use your good vocabulary, use your good grammar with the clear style. Communicate it. It will be easily comprehensible for the other persons who are listening. Okay, so these are the different things you need to watch out while speaking. Could you please write it down, everyone? And let me know once you finish right.
Yes, ma'am.
Make it fast.
Yes, ma'am. Complete, ma'am.
Okay, that was fast. Everyone, Sai?
Yes,
No,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Okay. Ashutosh?
No, ma'am.
Write it fast, beta.
Hello, ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am, can you explain the second one? Grammar, constant error, frequent error, and occasional error.
Okay, beta. Grammars में the way your error happens, उसका frequency को हम this constant errors में some people will have some difficulty with some part of grammar. So constantly they will make error. Constantly means वो part वो बोलते हैं तो for example, just imagine you are not so clear with tenses. So हम बोलता है, just I'm taking your example. Okay, हाँ, ऋषिकेश का tense हमेशा गलत है. So constantly if you बाकी सब prepositions वगैरह सब ठीक है लेकिन tenses में वो हमेशा errors बनता है. Okay, so you are constantly making errors in tenses but so such errors, some people have weaknesses in tenses, some people have in preposition, some people have errors in punctuation, so such errors are known as constant errors. Other people make frequent errors, उनको इससे एक चीज में कांस्टेंट नहीं है, डिफरेंट डिफरेंट चीजेस में वो 5 सेंटेंस बोलते हैं तो फ्रीक्वेंटली दे विल मेक एरर्स, दैट इज कॉल्ड फ्रीक्वेंट. 3 सेंटेंस और 4 सेंटेंस में भी कुछ एरर्स हो जाएगा. Now, occasional errors means that is the least. Occasionally they will make. Kabhi kabhi, not hamesha, say ek level lower. Like once in a while they will make error. If they are saying 10 sentence, 2 or 3 sentence में कुछ error हो जाएगा. Understood better?
Yes, ma'am.
So shall we move into the next slide?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
So this is your activity. So I'll switch off this sharing screen and then I'll explain. So first I want you to write it down, then I'll explain. Okay, this is the activity that you are supposed to do. I'll explain this activity. First you write it down, then I'll explain and then we will do it. Write it down first.
Done, ma'am.
Complete.
Everybody done?
Yes, ma'am.
Ashutosh, you done better?
Ma'am, just
Yes,
a
ma'am.
minute.
Okay, okay.
Done, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. So in that, I have given you 3 topics. Already one topic, some people have started the other day. 2 more topics like that I have given you. So I just want you to don't think that you have to make it all right and all. I just wanted to assess all of you. Okay, not to put any marks or something. I told you, no, from there I can start. I can work on it. I can make which area you are other you are weak in your pronunciation or accent or fluency or intonation, which area I need to focus on. Okay, so that I can correct it. So I want you to speak. Unless and until you speak, I don't understand. And this is an activity rather than just a one-way teaching. So together we are learning. Okay, so the first topic is my hometown, right? I made some people to speak about their hometown. So that day itself, I told you, when you got a topic to speak on, other day I corrected Ayush. You remember what mistake did Ayush do? Is Ayush there in the class today? I think she has.
Ma'am, he.
Okay, sorry, he has left the meeting. Fine. So Ayush, the mistake was he was trying to say all the geographical factors. For example, he talked about the place Delhi, and all the geographical, information with the longitude, latitude. See, when you are asked to speak about your hometown, definitely you need to say some significance, historical importance है तो वो बोलना है, city के बारे में कुछ बोलना है. Yes, you have to speak, but don't get into the level of geographical latitude, longitudinal location and all those things. उधर तक जाना जरूरी नहीं है. Okay, you have to speak all the important things. Moreover, it should look like not as an information coming out from Google, right? It should look like an information saying by a person who lived there. Understood the difference? Okay. उधर एक 15 साल और 10 साल रहने वाला एक व्यक्ति ने एक्सप्लेन करने वाला ऐसा लगना है. Okay, otherwise you can just go to Google and get all the information from Wikipedia. That is not how it should sound. So just for an example, I know you all, I'll explain how I'm going to explain about my hometown, fine? So that you can just notice the different things that I'm saying or what all I've included. And it has to be short. And it's especially said that in 3 minutes you need to explain. बहुत ज़्यादा time नहीं है आपके पास. 3 minutes में, how will you explain your hometown? Okay, so I'll speak about my hometown. Okay. My hometown is Kottayam. It's a beautiful district in the state of Kerala. The city is called as the city of three L's, okay? Latex, letters, and lagoons. It has been the district with the most literacy rate in Kerala. That's why it is called as the city of letters. The second L stands for lagoons. It has so many lagoons in the city, and it's a very beautiful uh, place with so much of natural beauty importance. And the third thing is it is a city of latex. The main cultivation in the city is a rubber plant, and from the rubber, rubber sap comes out. So lattice is that form, and the city is filled with rubber plants. That is why the city is also called as the city of latex. Because of this cultivation of rubber plant, the city is very famous for the import and export of rubber-related products. The city is lush green, full of fresh air with lots of choices for food and clothing, and that is one of its favorite attractions. The school and education system in my city is very impressive. My city has a school which is known as the Baker Memorial, and it is the first English school in India, which is, established by the British. Okay, and I have the opportunity to study in that school for my 11th and 12th. And from my point of view, I am so attached to my city. I spent all my schooling in my city for 17 years until my 12th standard. And after that, for my higher studies, I have moved around places to the other states and all those things. But whenever the very thought of going back to my hometown for a vacation was the most cherishing moment of my life, and it still is. Whenever I think about Kottayam, I'm always happy and proud to say that I've been born and brought up in Kottayam. Thank you. Okay, I think it didn't take more than 3 minutes. I said about the very important features of the city, and finally, I've summed up with how that city is personally connected to me. Okay, I was just giving a very small idea of what it's been. And in between, I have seen somebody's hands being raised. Is it because you have any doubt, beta?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, who is that?
Sai.
Bolo beta.
Ma'am, I forgot that word.
Which word?
That
My city's
I'm
name?
forgot. That chakunya or what? Yeah, that.
lagoons. Okay.
हाँ yes ma'am,
Lagoons.
lagoon.
Yeah. 3L में एक L लैटेक्स था. लैटेक्स आपको समझ में है ना? मेरा सिटी में बहुत सारा रबर प्लांट एंड रबर कल्टीवेशन है. सो रबर
हाँ yes ma'am.
लकड़ी से आने वाला वो व्हाइट थिंग को बोलता है लैटेक्स. उससे हम रबर बैंड बनाते हैं. बहुत सारा रबर का प्रोडक्ट्स बनाते हैं. Okay, that is lactose. The another thing is letters, city of letters बोलता है because Kerala में सबसे ज्यादा literacy rate, साक्षरता rate is in my city, and also first newspaper is also from our city, so it is a city of letters. The third is city of lagoons. Lagoons means water bodies. आप 2-2 किलोमीटर में सब जगह में इधर एक रिवर, इधर एक स्मॉल लेक, ऐसा लगून्स, बहुत सारा वाटर बॉडी. सी नहीं है, वाटर बॉडीज को बोलते हैं हम. रिवर बोलते हैं
हाँ
ना,
yes ma'am.
रिवर लेक को बोलता है लगून्स. ओके, इट्स अ न्यू वर्ड है, तो आई विल गिव यू द स्पेलिंग इन द चैट. LAGOON, lagoons. It's a water body. It can be a river or lake or something. So whole Kerala is full of lush green and so much of river and all those things, and including our place. Okay. Next time, if anybody wants to come to Kerala, I'll take you. Okay.
Yes ma'am.
All right. Yeah. So this is how you have to speak. थोड़ा सा इसका geographical longitude latitude नहीं बोलना है. Some importance है तो वो बोलना है. उसके बाद you have to say how you are personally attached to the city. So right now I'm giving you down. And what is the second topic, Rishikesh? What is the second topic, beta?
The most influential person in your life.
हाँ, the most influential person in your life. इसका मतलब क्या है? आपको क्या समझ में आया, रामेश्वर? Most influential person in your life बोलते हैं तो क्या है? कौन है? बताओ. I'm not asking you to say the speech. Just tell me what did you understand from the topic, Rameshwar?
Ma'am, actually, influential person means the person who have influenced a lot in our life for goals and aims, all of that.
Yes, very good. So most influential person is आप किसी के बात नहीं मानते तो भी उनका बात मानते हैं. Okay, it can be your mother, it can be your father, or uncle, mama, chacha, or any of your teachers, anyone. Always, if you want an advice, you will go to them. वो कुछ बोलते हैं तो आपके लिए बहुत ये है, और वो कुछ करते हैं तो आप बहुत admire हो जाता है. Such people are known as most influential persons. Okay, आपके जिंदगी में कौन है वो influential person? उसके बारे में एक write up लिखना है. Okay, can you do that? Right now the time is 11:47. I'm giving you time till 11:52. Okay, and 11:55 I'll ask somebody to speak it out.
Ma'am, second
Okay.
one topic ना?
क्या बेटा?
Second topic ना?
Yes, the most influential person. Don't write and waste time, because writing skill में हम ऐसे करते हैं. I'm not going to correct your grammar check. I just want to hear you speak. The weather is so lovely. How we corrected it? That is how you're going to work in speaking to make your sentence. So for saying that I need some sentences, no, वो sentence के लिए मैं आपको लिखने के लिए बोल रही. और I'm not focusing on your writing, so उसमें grammar mistakes बहुत सारा है, वो ये नहीं है, वो नहीं है. I don't care. When you speak, I'll correct it. So what I'm focusing is on your speaking. So write it fast. It's almost time. Okay, it's time. Shall we start? So don't worry about your mistakes or anything, okay? Whatever you have, just say it. I'll listen to it and I'll make personal correction for each person. Rameshwar, can you start better?
Yes, ma'am.
I think you're
Hello.
on. Yes.
Ma'am, I didn't listen you.
Yeah, can you start better?
Yes, ma'am, of course. Actually, the most influential person. By influence, I mean something different. The person who matters for me a lot. You know what? I didn't listen to anybody. Nothing that not the person which is special for me, but uh, it has some. He has some different things for me. Actually, um, it doesn't matter for me whatever he says or whatever he's want to say me, but I do what I want. I am somewhat different from him. The most influential person in my life is my father. He didn't stop me actually. He's influential for me because he didn't stop me in anything for my goals, my aims, or a lot. But they've influenced me for them, for that things a lot. And he want because he didn't stop me because he want to do my thing. He wants to uh, feed me for doing my things for my own. Actually, you want to tell me the reality of the world, that is the world, that is the world have. Actually, it can be seen a different way. It can be seen a different way means outer it's like a penguin which is so cute, but inside it's so harming for us. Means it's a different one. So he wants to train me for a best future. Wants to do my things by my own. And when I used to ask him about anything, he doesn't say that no, you can't do that, you will not. But they influence me for that. They say that yes, you can do that. And I want to say that mm, I whatever I listen to them or not listen to them, it doesn't matter. But I it matters me for a lot that he is in my life. And as everyone's parents does a lot for them, for their wards, but they doesn't think for their future. Means if they are doing a lot for them, but um, they think that yes, we can do for them a lot, and but they don't train them for a future. Means the things which are they're doing, they're doing the things of their words. The child should do that own by their own, but the parents are doing their work. Means some works are there. Actually, a small example I will take as homeworks. Many of the I have seen many of the parents are doing the child what's homework till. I didn't like that. I didn't like that a lot, but I didn't force my parents to do that my homework or anything else. And just I want to say that just he had influenced me a lot. And you know what? I don't listen to anybody. I don't listen to my father, but I love them a lot. Thank you.
All right, Beta, thank you so much. Okay, so thank you for making a very good attempt. It was so nice of you to speak about your father. My most influential person in my life is my father as well. Okay, so I'm so glad that you could speak about your father. So I'll tell you the points of improvement and as well as the good thing that you said. So I would like to start with the good things that I liked about your speech. Okay, everybody, please listen. I know it's 12 o'clock. I'll finish it out fast and we will continue with the things tomorrow as well. So come prepared with your writing. So Rameshwar, the good things, okay, that I liked in your speeches, you have so much of ideas. Okay, you wanted to speak a lot. Okay, you are not running out of अभी क्या बोलने वाला है अभी क्या ये attitude नहीं था आपके मन में बहुत सारा था. Okay, so you had lot of things to speak, which is a good thing, and you had lot of ideas, and you had a special style. Wow, I loved it. You had a special style, and you were so confident. आपको वो भाई ओ मैम लिसन कर रहे क्या करने वाला है ऐसा कुछ भाई नहीं था. You were just confident and I loved your style. Okay, so keep it up. Now can I say the points of improvement? Can I?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so the first thing that you want to improve is clarity. मैंने बोला आपका पॉजिटिव पॉइंट में आपको बहुत सारा आइडियाज है, लेकिन वो आइडियाज को कैसे वो ऑर्डर में रखे बोलना वाला, दैट इज कॉल्ड द क्लैरिटी. वो क्लैरिटी थोड़ा सा लैकिंग था. ओके, सो दैट क्लैरिटी कैन कम विद nicely summarizing something, avoiding lengthy sentences, and especially when you say a thing, no, avoid direct speeches. Matlab, he said what I'm going to do, then I said ऐसा conversations है ना बेटा, वो avoid करना है when you speak. Okay, direct conversations avoid करना है. And if you want to make something, you can make it into indirect speech and you can report it. That is how you need to do. For example, if you have given this topic, you have बहुत सारा चीज, especially about your dad is a person who lives with you all the time. So there are so many things in your life that he's influential about. So what do you need today? Take one paper and write point wise some attribute जैसे, quality जैसे. He is very loving. Okay, so just write short. 1, loving. 2, confident. 3, understands me. 4, supports me. Okay, so सिर्फ 4 points and ये 4 points में develop करना है, then your speech will be really good. It will not go haywire. मतलब it will not go pointless जैसे ऐसे ऐसे बहुत सारा. At the end of the day आपका father क्या था, वो एक 4 points में सबके listeners सबके मन में रखना है. For that 4 points आप note down करो, वो 5 points पे. So first point, loving him. Why my father is very loving? My father is influential for me because he's loving. He's such a confident person. He's such a supportive person, and he is something. Okay, 4 points. Now, why I want to tell that he's loving, because no matter how mischievous I am, no matter how disobedient I am, he always finds time for me, and something like that. Then he's such a confident person. He knows what he's doing. He's so confident in advising me. Okay, and whatever he says is always correct. Sometimes we don't understand what decisions to make, but he understands. So he's such a confident father, so am I. Now he is very supportive. Sometimes I fail in my decisions or work, or sometimes I don't get the marks that I expected, but still he's such a supportive one. See, अभी समझ में आया बेटा. So support बारे में कुछ बोलना है, confidence बारे में कुछ बोलना है, love बारे में. And finally conclude all these 3 points and say, so because of all this, I think my father is the most influential person in my life. Thank you. Okay, Rameshwar? So all I'm asking
Yes.
is, आपके सामने एक बैग है, बैग में बहुत सारा थिंग्स है, क्लोथ्स है, स्नैक्स है, बिस्किट्स है, स्पून है, किचन का यूटेंसिल्स है, बहुत सारा चीज है. आपको कुछ किसी ने बोला आपके पास कुछ सामान है क्या? है, बहुत सामान है, लेकिन सामान से एक स्पून निकालने में बहुत मुश्किल है. सो इसलिए हम क्या करना है, ऑर्डरली सब किचन यूटेंसिल्स एक जगह स्टैक करना है, बुक्स पेन्स एक जगह, eatables एक जगह, then it looks neat. So that is what I'm asking you to do. Your speech had so many ideas, your speech had so many good stuff, you had the style, confidence. All you had to do is properly थोड़ा सा arrange करके बोलना है. Are we good, Rameshwar?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so next time make a note of this, and everybody who is listening, sub points करो, उधर से explain करो, it would be very easy. Okay, so let's meet again tomorrow, continuing this class. Till then, bye bye. God bless you. See you tomorrow. Bye.